If you're reading emails at midnight or fixing your own website and somehow still doing the books on a Sunday before you go back to work on a Monday morning, then guess what? I need to tell you something uncomfortable. You're not the hardest working person in the room. You're actually the biggest bottleneck in it. Now I know that because I was that person.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
When I started my company, Sport Group, myself and my business partner literally did everything. Kitchen table, all of the books, all of the emails, hanging screens and walls, the whole bloody thing. And I'm going to show you exactly why doing everything yourself is quietly capping how big your business can actually ever get. And I'm going to give you a little straightforward plan, process, whatever you want to call it, to try and start fixing that this week without hiring a full team, blowing your budget on a bunch of people that can be quite mediocre. But this is the exact framework that we follow. We've integrated it within the Sport Group, and it's grown our company to become a business that now deploys projects globally. And it gets me invited to speak at events like the NatWest Accelerator Program and Ideas Fest. Little FYI, by the way, Ideas Fest, I'm being invited to talk there in September. Go check it out. If you're coming along, let me know. Great, great for you to attend the talk. Now, why does this matter? I'm going to be honest with you, right? I did this for years. Genuinely thought I was the only one that could do any of this stuff properly myself. I wrote the content myself. I built the systems myself. I sorted all of the admin myself. Because honestly, in my head, if I handed it to somebody else, then it would come back to me, right? It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be quite how I wanted it done. So I kept hold of everything. I kept control of everything. Every decision ran through me. Every single task landed on my desk. And I told myself that I was really dedicated to the cause, when the reality was that I was just building a business that looked exactly like me and I couldn't scale it beyond my own time. It wasn't dedication. It was fear wearing a work ethic mask. I was so convinced that nobody else could do the thing that I did, and I never actually gave anybody a chance to try it. And because of that, I was the one working stupid hours on things that genuinely didn't need me specifically to do any of them in the first place. Invoicing didn't need to be me. Scheduling didn't need to be me. Half my inbox didn't need my input, because I sat there doing it all anyway and not concentrating on the bigger things, the strategic things. Now here's the bit that actually stings when you look back on it. The stuff only I could do, the actual thinking, the actual direction, the actual decisions that move the business forward, they kept just getting pushed back to the bottom of the list because I was doing the things that were keeping me busy, answering emails. You know, I was running around doing all the books. I wasn't running the business. I was just basically the most expensive admin assistant that I had in the company. And that's the trap, right? You think working harder is the same as growing your business. It's not. And I hate to break that to you, but if everything runs through you, the business can only ever move as fast as one person can allow it to. And eventually that one person runs out of hours in a day, long before they run out of things to do, because the things never stop. Time does. It's why I do all of this content now though, right? My team are running around doing things for sport, which means I can get this message out to you, to an audience, because I've got the time to be able to do that. And you think I could do that if I was creating all the business operations and everything was run through me? No chance. I couldn't be creating this content. There's no way. I've got the team that do all that for me now. Why does this matter, right? How do you actually get out of it? There's 5 steps. And I've ordered them from easiest to most difficult because, you know, if you go through it each one step at a time, it's a nice, easy sequence for you to go through. So nice, easy 5 steps. Step 1 is find the tasks that are eating up your time but don't need you specifically. Go through your work week honestly and ask yourself, does this genuinely need my judgment, or am I just used to actually doing it? Customer service replies, scheduling, basic admin, social media posting, bookkeeping. Most of that doesn't need to be the person that's running the business. It can just be an admin person that actually does it for you. Step 2 is automate everything you can before you hire anybody. Now, before you spend a penny on a person, national insurance, pensions, all that kind of stuff, see if there's a bit of software out there that can take those tasks off your plate. Scheduling tools, email automation, project management boards, customer support systems. A lot of the tasks that you've got listed and what you do day to day, they can be automated overnight using tools. No wages, no pensions, no national insurance, automate it all using the systems. Step 3 then is start small with one person. You don't need a full team on day one. That's a bit that scares most people off and stops them from starting all of this. Outsource one repetitive task, a virtual assistant or an admin if you need that person, a freelancer for content editing and content management. Just one thing, properly hand it over. I've got my own video editor sat here now. I hand it over to him to actually run it all. He's waving, but he can't see. Step 4 is, this is where delegation falls apart if you don't get it right. And it's not because the person you've hired is bad, it's because you've never told them exactly how you want it done. What you need to do is build a simple step-by-step set of instructions for whatever it is that you're handing over. How do your posts get scheduled? How does a customer query get answered? What is the tone that you use? 10 minutes of writing all of this out saves you months of frustration later. I use my marketing coordinator to put all of my content out there using very simplified systems. The last step then is the real one, right? Let go of needing to get everything done exactly the way that you want it done. Let your team do it. Let them identify what needs to be done. It's not failure if they get it wrong. It's just that that's what delegation looks like. Now, done properly, on time beats being stuck behind your desk every single day. So give feedback. Let them improve on the things that they don't quite do right. Resist the urge to take it back just because it's not 100% perfect. Now do those 5 things and you go from being the bottleneck in every single decision to actually running the business, which, funnily enough, is the job that you signed up for in the first place. Here's another example. I take it home with me as well. We've got a cleaner that comes around to our house. I said to my wife, would you be happy if my cleaner comes around twice a week and cleans our house at 80% satisfaction? The answer to that is yes. 80% is way better than us spending 2-3 hours every weekend trying to clean the house. So we get the cleaner in, they sort it all out, we accept 80%, and then we go from there. Now, all of that is all great, right? Well, how did we incorporate this within SPOR? Well, we used our leadership and management framework. It's inside the Business Simplified tool. I'll put the link in the description below. It's a tool that you can use, practical system, which helps you step out of day-to-day business without falling over the moment you actually step out. So use the leadership tool. There's a tool in there, really interactive platform. That's what we use to actually deploy leadership and management frameworks within our own company, SPOR. That's it. I said I'd keep it simple. I said I'd keep it really easy. It's 5 steps, get out of your own way, and that's great, right? But let's talk funding, because everyone gets the headline number. They all get excited about the big funding round. They get invited onto podcasts when they get the seed funding, but not every business needs funding. It doesn't have to be that way. And in this video here, I explain exactly why that is and how you can be successful without a penny of funding. Go check that out.